So the full moon is in Scorpio, and this is also a super moon. So it is actually the final super moon of the year. So it's the closest that the moon will be to the earth for the rest of 2020. So if you're feeling extra emotional right now, that could be a number of different things. But part of that is definitely going to be the fact that the moon is so close to the earth right now. So with the moon sitting in Scorpio, Scorpio is a very, it's a feminine energy, and it's also a fixed water sign. So that just inherently brings out a lot of emotions. So water, you think feelings, you think emotions. So as we are playing with this full moon, this is really an intuitive energy about what's coming up for us emotionally and what we can release emotionally, moving into this kind of beginning of transformation that's going to be unfolding for us. This is also the final full moon before we move into eclipse season. And eclipse season is going to start in June. And so the next full moon that we have is actually going to be a lunar eclipse in June. We'll get into more about eclipses when that gets closer, but just to give everyone a little bit of a background about eclipse season, they say that eclipse seasons are what we would say fated. They tend to bring about a lot of change, a lot of closure, and a lot of new beginnings. They can be a little rocky at times. So anything that really happens around eclipse season, they say, is fated. And it is truly the universe's way of forcing us, in a sense, pushing us on the path towards our highest good. So with that in mind, this full moon is really about closure and about closing chapters, tying up loose ends that are happening for us now as we move into this season that's going to be eclipse season. So it's really kind of the beginning of many endings, and it's also the beginning of massive transformation. The theme for Scorpio is I create. So this energy is really inviting us to let go of anything that is not serving us, in the sense of holding us back of what we want to create for ourselves. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. It's highly passionate and highly intuitive. But if it's not channeling its energy into what it wants to be creating, it can be highly destructive and it can backfire on itself. The two planets that rule Scorpio are Mars and Pluto. Mars is the warrior and Pluto is the planet of the underworld. So there is kind of this destructive energy that can come about, especially when we look at our shadow selves, so kind of the deeper underlying sides of ourselves that we don't necessarily let the world see. And that can definitely be related to what we want to create for ourselves. So like I said, this is a fixed water sign and it can be highly emotional. So if you find yourself really kind of on the brink of tears, or feeling as if things are just coming up for you and you're not sure where they're coming from, run with it. Let it go. Allow yourself to just release emotionally, because these are things that need to be pushed up to the surface so that you do have the ability to transform. The other side of this is that the sun is in Taurus, which is the season that we're in now. So we're in Taurus season. And Taurus, its theme is I have. So this is kind of, the moon is the shadow side and the sun is what we're presenting to the world, if you will. So Taurus is a very sensual and luxurious and feminine and very patient energy. It's really all about self-care, and it wants to move slowly, and it's very resourceful. It likes to take its time. It doesn't like to be hurried. It likes the finer things in life. So You may be feeling that actually as we kind of sit with what's happening right now, where we're being asked to really take care of ourselves, to really lean into self-care and self-love, while also being asked to release. And so you've got the sun that's asking us to really lean into what we need with this Taurus energy. And then you've got the moon in Scorpio, which is really asking us to release through self-care so that we have the ability to transform. Taurus is also an earth, it's a fixed earth sign, and earth signs are all about knowledge and truth. So again, using this knowledge and this truth that's coming forward with us, kind of collectively also as a society, and how can we use that knowledge and that truth to release emotionally so that we have the ability to transform? And how can we harness our intuition? How can we use that intuition to better release and understand why these emotions and maybe where we are in our life is no longer serving us? The last piece of this is that Taurus is, its ruling sign is, or its ruling planet is Venus, and Venus is the planet of love and beauty. So again, the sun is being ruled by Venus, which is love and beauty. And then on the other side, we have Mars and Pluto with the moon, which is really the warrior and the underworld. So we've kind of got these push and pull energies, but they're actually working together really well to create the things that we want in our lives. So take that for what it is, kind of let that marinate a little bit. And again, go with your intuition on what's coming up for you here. There is no right or wrong way to really interpret astrology and to interpret these energies. As long as you listen to your gut, you're doing it the right way. So the next thing I want to do is I want to move into a full moon meditation. So I want you to get into a comfortable seated position. You can lie down on your back if you want, whatever is comfortable for you. And I want you to just move around a little bit, get comfortable, maybe bring your shoulders up, roll them down, roll your head and your neck out, just kind of, twist around if you need, just get the energy moving a little bit. And I'm wanting this meditation to help us get to the core of our deeper challenges, and kind of help us find a solution as to what is maybe holding us back from transforming, by just going a little bit deeper and by connecting with our intuition and our gut. And we do that by getting ourselves out of our head and back into our body. And full moons are just inherently very psychic energies. So this meditation is kind of intended to help us move into a space of regeneration. So when you're ready, I want you to close your eyes. And then if you're sitting, if you're in a seated position, I want your hands to be palms up so they're in the receiving position. And I want you to take a deep inhale through the nose. And I want you to exhale everything out of the mouth. And I want you to do that 2 more times. Taking a deep inhale, filling up as much as you possibly can. Exhaling everything out. And 1 more time, deep inhale. And exhale everything out. And now I just want you to bring your attention to your breath. I want you to return to an organic breath. And just notice the texture of your breath. Noticing whether it's short and shallow, or maybe it's deep and heavy. Not placing any judgment, just noticing how that texture feels. Noticing that your breath is right here in the present moment. Your breath is not in the past. Your breath is not in the future. Your breath is right here, right now. Feeling your chest rise and fall. Feeling your shoulders roll down the back. Feeling your sit bones heavy on the earth. Feeling the earth and the floor completely support you. Allowing your full attention to be in your body here and now. And as I say these words, I want you to just let them wash over you. Allowing whatever comes up for you to just be. Not fighting it, not forcing it, just allowing it to be. I cleanse myself now with love and light. I radiate peace, love, and joy. I am cleansed. I am recharged. My aura glows from the inside out. Setting that intention for this meditation. Allowing yourself to stay with the breath in the here and now. And I want you to bring your attention to your sit bones, into your tailbone. And I want you to imagine that they are roots and they are pushing through the floor all the way down into the earth. With each inhale, they gain strength. And with each exhale, they go deeper and deeper down into the earth. And as they go down into the earth, they spread through the soil, rooting themselves into Mother Earth. And as they root themselves, you feel the earth's energy, the prana of Mother Earth, being lifted up into your body as it recharges you. Take 2 more breaths here. Remembering to breathe through this process. Remembering that all you have to do is imagine it and it is real. And now I want you to bring your attention to the very top of your head, to your crown chakra. And I want you to imagine a white or purple or golden light, whatever shows up for you, running itself through your body. And it enters through the crown, through your crown chakra, down through the front of your spine on your back body. And I want you to bring your attention all the way up to that energy with that light, and bringing your attention up out of your body into that light and following that light up through the roof, past the Earth's atmosphere, into space. And you feel that light, you see that light as it's tethered around the moon. As we harness the energy of this moon, this powerful, intuitive, transformative energy, remembering to breathe, remembering that all you have to do is imagine it and it is real. And then bringing your attention back to that light and coming back down into your body. Noticing how present and rooted you are here and now, tethered between earth and moon. Feeling the life force energy of the earth and the healing, transformative, powerful energy of the moon, both running through your body. Take another deep inhale. Exhale everything out. And now I want you to bring your attention to your third eye. So that space right between your forehead. Right between your eyebrows on your forehead. Maybe you start to feel a sensation there. Maybe you start to see colors or visions or light. Maybe it's tingling. Maybe it's sparkling. It's going to be different for everyone. Just noticing, not forcing, remembering to breathe. And as you pay attention to this third eye, this intuitive space, I invite you to see what comes up when I ask you, what can you release that's no longer serving you? When you envision your life, when you envision your intentions of what we want life to look like, as you're manifesting and working on your affirmations and working on all of the goals that you have set for yourself, whether they be career, business, personal, romantic, financial, spiritual, whatever that is for you, as you envision this with your third eye, tapping into your intuition and your gut, what can you release that is no longer serving you? Take another deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. If you're feeling any sensations or any emotions at this time, I invite you to just be with those. So you're not forcing anything, just allowing yourself to be with the intention and the vision of what you can release now to allow for a larger transformation to occur as we start to move through this beginning of big change and big endings. And allow for this wave of transformation to come over us. Being gentle with yourself, noticing that what you can release served a purpose, but that it is no longer needed. So we have love and compassion and forgiveness for these things, these people, these beliefs, these fears, these challenges. They served us at one point. We do not have any hate or ill will or negative feelings towards them. They just simply are no longer serving us. And to allow for our deepest transformation, it's time we let them go. Take another deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out of the mouth. If your attention left your body, I want you to start to come back into the body. So bringing your attention back to the breath. Allowing yourself to be here and now. Taking one more deep inhale through the nose. And exhaling out of the mouth. And then when you're ready, you can gently open your eyes. So I am going to do the tarot reading, but as I kind of shuffle these cards and call on source energy, I am going to invite you to write down what came up for you just then. That was a meditation to really help you get to the core of some deeper challenges that may be surfacing for you right now. And it was also an invitation to search for a solution. So if anything came up for you then, I'm going to invite you to write that down right now, just so you don't lose it. And as you do that, I am going to shuffle the cards so that we can do our tarot reading. So as I shuffle these, I call on source energy to be with us here and now in this present moment, to give us the information that we need that will serve our highest good as we move forward with this full moon. What do we need to know about harnessing this energy here and now? Okay. So, the first card, if you can see this, is the Hierophant. And the first card, sitting in this position, the question is, what can no longer be hidden? So this is really going to be about what energy can no longer be hidden in our lives. The second card is the Mother of Pentacles. So this is going to be around, what can we let go of? Pentacles are typically around possessions, as well as kind of knowledge and truth and understanding. And then the last card is the Daughter of Cups, and this is sitting in the position with the question, what is ready to emerge? And cups are water and emotion. So there's the major arcana and the minor arcana, and I won't get into this too much right now, but the Hierophant, it sits in the major arcana, which is significantly larger themes. So I am going to read from a book just because they do a better job than I do. But if you want to write those down, and we will get into this. So the keys for the Hierophant, so it's counsel and teacher and wisdom, community, spiritual wisdom. The third card is the Daughter of Cups. And the question and kind of the position that it's sitting in is what is ready to emerge. So it's counsel and teacher, the Hierophant, going back to the Hierophant. So this was, what can no longer be hidden. So it's counsel and teacher and wisdom and spirituality and guidance and knowledge. It typically shows up when we're expanding our awareness, when we're meeting new people or gaining fresh perspectives. It can also signify radical transformation, worldview, conditioned beliefs that we're letting go of. It also encourages us to pursue different education in whatever form that looks like for us, or formal training, depending on what's speaking to us in this moment. So it encourages us to kind of let go of the chains and to really sit with the masters of wisdom and knowledge and teachers, so that we can gain greater ownership over what we want in our lives. So this is really looking at like what tools and what resources can we be utilizing in the here and the now to get us to move forward as we move forward with this transformation. So again, going back to what can no longer be hidden, the old way of thinking, the old way of maybe we've been doing things is no longer serving us. So what teachers can we look for? What leaders can we look for? What communities can we look for? What spiritual tools can we be using that can help us gain greater wisdom and greater knowledge that are going to get us even further on that path? So the next card is the Mother of Pentacles. First of all, are there any questions before I move on? Does that make sense to everyone? Okay, great. So the Mother of Pentacles, which is in your normal tarot, it's the Queen. And the Queen is like the all-knowing. She is the boss. She is the babe. She knows what's up. Like I said, Pentacles are earth of knowledge, of wisdom, of truth. So this is really about, and we got this card. I have to look back at the tarot, but we got this card for the new moon reading also, if you were on that. So it's interesting that this is coming up again. So this is what can we let go of? So this is cautious and nurturing and down to earth. So the Queen of Pentacles, or the Mother of Pentacles in this deck, is warm and motherly. She knows how to maintain a happy and healthy home. She's nurturing. She's spiritual in her practice. She has a higher awareness. a good sense of self. She knows how to handle her finances. She's extremely hardworking. She's a good nurturer and provider. But in the sense of this card, what can we let go of? This, in my opinion, when we look at this card, it's really about kind of letting go of our comforts, letting go of maybe these truths or this knowledge that we've thought was true, kind of the old way of thinking, the old way of doing things that hasn't been serving us, that we haven't been wanting to let go of, and really allowing ourselves to step into a new path and to kind of step into a greater power by letting go of kind of this nurturing, more motherly space that we've been in. And by I say motherly space, maybe more safe space that we've been sitting in, rather than pushing ourselves into space, into more spaces of fear that really scare us, but also excite us at the same time. So again, this card is, what can we let go of that maybe is too comforting? It's allowing for too much comfort, and that if we were to release something, it would be uncomfortable, but it would push us in the direction that we want to go, that we know is our soul's purpose and where we want to be. And so this final card is, and again, any questions there? Anything coming up for anyone? Does anyone have anything else they want to add there? Okay. So the last card is the Daughter of Cups. That's my dog, is the Daughter of Cups. And so the card is, what is ready to emerge? And so this card really signifies imagination, and it's very freeing, and it's youthful, can be a little emotional, a little bit sentimental. It can also be very inspirational. And so when we look at this card, it's really, a time to check in with our voice and our inner knowing, and our true nature. So really about trusting your intuition and your feelings and knowing that you're on the right path. This is kind of amazing that this card is coming. I just love tarot so much. So, what is ready to emerge? This is about really trusting your intuition here and trusting that we are on the right path and that things are working out exactly as they should. And that if we have the ability to kind of push ourselves out of our comfort zones and move into a space where we are taking that leap of faith and trusting our intuition, that we are on the right path, that we are taken care of and we are protected. And if we harness this energy that is with the full moon of transformation, releasing emotionally what's no longer serving us, we have the ability to create everything that we want. It's just a matter of trusting. I'm just reading to make sure if I'm missing anything. But no, I don't think I am. So that's a really, really beautiful reading. It's really exciting, about using knowledge and truth and looking for our teachers and wisdom and community and these resources that are widely available to us now. And it is no longer hidden. We have so much available to us now. And then, what can we let go of? Letting go of kind of these more comforting areas of our lives where we've been afraid to push ourselves. And if we do that, what is ready to emerge? I mean, we will have the ability to make it all happen if we trust that we have the ability to make it all happen. So with that in mind, I want to give everyone just, a couple of minutes, not a couple of minutes, like 5 minutes or so, to write down some affirmations and some intentions. So when we look at these affirmations, maybe you already know what you want to write. And if you do, please go for it. Because like I said, there's no wrong way to do this. But If you're wondering kind of how you want to set these up for yourselves, some intentions and some affirmations, I really invite you to look at what came up for you during that meditation, and what you really want to be releasing that's no longer serving you, and setting some affirmations around that. So as we're maybe wanting to release some limiting behaviors or some limiting beliefs, or maybe it's time to cut ties with certain people in our lives, whether that be romantically or platonically or from a business perspective. Like, what are some affirmations that are going to be supportive to you, that will help you further that? And the same thing goes with your intentions right now. So what are some intentions that you can set that are going to support you, that will help you to release what is no longer serving you, that you know truly deep down, because we've gone into that kind of subconscious psychic level, that you truly know deep down it's time to let go of. How can you release? The other thing that, as you're writing, I want to bring up, we actually had a new moon in Scorpio on October 27th of last year. So as you sit with your intentions and your affirmations right now, I want you to really think about where you were on October 27th, 2018. Now, you might not know like the exact date, but you can think back to like where you were around that time, and what was coming up for you at that time. Maybe what were some of your challenges, who was in your life, what were some of your goals at the time. Because if you were on my new moon ceremony last month, or a couple weeks ago, that when we set intentions around new moons and then we have corresponding full moons 6 months later, a lot can transpire at that point. So again, think about, as you're setting these, where were you in October and where are you now, and what has changed and shifted since then. And again, what can you release so you can continue on this path of transformation? And so you can kind of tie up these loose ends as we start to move through some pretty massive change that's going to be happening in the next couple of months. And really, I would say probably in the next year. And I don't know for sure. I know astrologically there's a lot going on, and then just energetically and intuitively I can tell like there's going to be a lot of change happening in the next year. So it's a really powerful time to release and let go. So I'll let everyone write for just another minute or so, unless you're all finished. And if you all are finished, just let me know and type it in the chat box and we can get going. Kind of set our final affirmation for the evening. And like I said, I'm going to send this out to all of you. I will send the tarot cards out to you. So if you want to do this meditation again later, the full moon energy is going to be with us for the next, I would say, probably 2 to 3 days. So you do have the ability to do this again and to kind of see what comes up for you again. You can sit and kind of play with these cards, can rewatch this and see what comes up for you later. And that's why I do these recordings, is so everyone has the ability to do these later, because what came up for you at one point might shift in 24 or 48 hours. So I'll just give everyone another minute or so, and then we will wrap everything up. And I will end this with an angel card, because I really love angel cards and I think they're really magical. So that'll be our final one. So when you have finished writing, You can just put your pen down or pencil down and again, kind of close your eyes. Take another deep inhale through the nose. Exhale everything out of the mouth. And allowing yourself to come back into your body. Maybe allowing a little smile to come onto your face, knowing that only good is going to come from this. Knowing that, yes, endings can be emotional sometimes. There can be a grieving process. They can be a little bit sad. But knowing that with ending comes so many good and beautiful beginnings. And that is something to smile about. So taking one more deep inhale. And exhale. And then I'll just say our final closing affirmation. And I invite you to just let these words wash over you. I am lighter. I am free. I am open to whatever the universe and spirit guide me to be in the name of my highest good. I trust myself. I trust my path. I trust my intuition. I trust that all is well. I honor the sun and the moon as they guide me with each rising on the path that is meant for me. I embrace joy. I embrace love. I embrace peace. I embrace gratitude. Take one more deep inhale. Exhale, let it go. And then bring your hands to heart center. Bowing your third eye to your heart, your forehead to your hands. And just saying 3 times to yourself or out loud, thank you, thank you, thank you. And then when you're ready, you can open your eyes. I'm going to pull an angel card really quickly because I just really like closing the ceremony that way. I just think they're really magical. So just give me a minute. All right, so the card is new partner. That can mean a number of different things. That can be new partner spiritually, that can be a new partner in a business sense, that can be a new partner romantically. I'm just going to go really quickly for the deeper meanings. So allow other people to help you instead of trying to do things alone. Consult an expert. Your prayer is being answered through other people. So with that, know the universe is on your side, my friends. We've got this. It's all good. Only good things are going to come. And I hope that this was inspirational and felt good for everyone. So like I said, I will send this out to you and you have the workbook so you can work through it on your own time. If anyone has any questions about anything, I mean, you can take yourself off mute and you can ask. You can, type in the chat box and we can chat about it. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your evening and have a beautiful, enjoy the moon, go out for a walk. My dog Bill says he's sorry for interrupting, and thank you all for being here, because you're the reason I do these, and you're the reason that this is so special. So I hope you all have a lovely full moon, and soak it in. Have a good cry if you need. I know I've been wanting to cry the last couple of days. Oh my God, yes, Jordan, that's amazing. That like makes me so happy. All right, you guys, I'm gonna end this. So I hope you all have a beautiful evening, and I'll see you at the next maybe new moon ceremony.